you were the influential person in getting Prince's vault together, which is legendary.
Mm.
I wanted to ask you about the early start to putting the vault together, maybe where you consider it now. But with that much music, and probably he didn't want to sit down at night cataloging it himself, did you come up with that idea to get it
I
all safe and sound?
not in that form, but what happened was when I joined him, right away he would just he just assumed I knew everything because why is he knew he was smart enough to know I didn't, but it was his way of letting me know you need to know. So he would say, "Get me the tape of." I think the first one he asked for was Bambi. Remember the song Bambi?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get me Bambi. Where the hell's Bambi? How should I know? I just got here an hour ago. So it became clear that I needed to know where everything was. Anything he asked for, I needed to know. So in those rare moments I had when I could, I just started find all the tapes. Are they in the office? They're in his house. They're in his studio. They're out in Los Angeles at Sunset Sound. Get all these tapes. And then I got kind of emboldened and I started calling, where else could they be? This guy's, I thought of him as a huge star from a very early year. I realized he was going to be massive before Purple Rain came out. I want all his tapes at his home in one place. So I started calling studios in Minnesota where he had worked and other studios in Los Angeles where he had worked and just saying, what do you have in your tape closet? Here's our FedEx number. Send that tape. Then I got even more bold and I started calling Warner Brothers, his label out in Burbank, and saying, talking to the guy in the tape closet or the tape vault there and saying, yeah, Prince wants the master of this and that. I was naive, so I could get away with that crap. And they were naive too, because they were just entry-level employees and they'd send me things. Right away, it became too much for me to have the time to catalog, but Prince had office staff and they came up with a system for cataloging everything in a database, an early database, 1983. And then before Paisley Park Studios was built, we found a local storage facility that stored important records in a temperature climate controlled space, which gave us a 7-day-a-week, 24-hour-a-day access. All we had to do was call them at 2:00 in the morning and say, we'll be there in 5 minutes, have someone meet us there. They would meet us, they'd pull down certain bins, we'd pull out the tapes. Prince loved it. He was really happy with that system. He really liked it. So of course, when we drew up plans to build Paisley Park Studios, it included a vault. He wanted his own personal private vault with all of his recordings. By 1994, you couldn't get the door of that thing closed. It was so full.
Wow.